Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of Shenanaguy Plays Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we finished our first day of our field study quests, and now all we have to do is turn back into Geis's family for lunch and report back on everything that we've done. So here we go. I see you finished all of this morning's tasks. Yeah, we hit all the essential ones. Good work, everyone. The food's almost ready. Just give it a little bit more time. Looks like we came back right on time then. Is it luck or intuition? Either way, there's more than enough to go around. I'm sure you must be starving after running all over the plains all morning. Well, I am pretty hungry. Riding can be surprisingly strenuous. It smells wonderful. I think the scent is starting to make me even hungrier. Me too. Hey, no eating before it's done. Haha. Anyway, let me thank you for working hard this morning. Take a seat. We'll begin our midday meal in just a minute. Rean and the others sat down and waited for the meal to be served. After eating their fill of warm, fragrant naan bread and savory kebabs, they all washed it down with a cup of Sheeta's finest herbal tea. That really hit the spot. I still want to eat more, but my stomach is protesting. That naan flatbread you made was really delicious. It tasted so fresh, too. I baked it on a kind of collapsible stove. I'm glad you liked it. I doubt you see bread like that much in the Empire. Oh, I don't think I could eat another bite. Sheeta's tea was a wonderful finish to the meal, too. Yeah, must have been practicing quite a bit while I've been away. Your tea etiquette was perfect as well. I hope you will continue to learn and improve. Thank you. She'd got praised by the cool boy. Lily? Haha, it looks like you were able to recover your strength. Hopefully, you're about ready to start thinking about the afternoon's tasks. Oh yes, of course. Shall we get started on clearing up first then? Oh, you don't need to worry yourselves with that. Oh no, I would feel terrible if you had to do everything on your own. Then we should begin. Received. Field Study Envelope June. Field Study Day 1 Afternoon. Assigned tasks. Cameron Caravan. Required. Task. Cameron Caravan. Client. Elder Ivan. A visiting photographer by the name of Norton has left for the Northern Highlands unaccompanied. I would like you to go after him and ensure his safety. But first, please visit me at my home, as I have more to tell you. Wandering Sheep. Unread. Task. Wandering Sheep. Client. Ratari. The fence in front of the pasture has been damaged and a number of sheep have gotten loose. Please help me find them. I'll be in the pasture if you need more details. Ratari. A special lesson. Unread. Task. A special lesson. Client. Old Lady Jeddah. I would like you to hold a simple lesson for the children of this settlement in order to broaden their horizons. If you're willing to do so, please come speak to me outside. Jeddah. There are only a few, but they all seem pretty challenging, not to mention tedious. This afternoon, I'd like you to turn your attention toward the Northern Highlands. You may need to travel to the south as well, though, which will give you a lot of ground to cover. I left some fresh horses near the northern exit, so just head out that way when you're ready to leave. Thank you. Alright, everyone, let's do this. We should swing by and visit the Elder first, since he's the client for our only essential request this afternoon. That seems sensible. Okay, let's pay the Elder a visit. Take care, everyone. There is a hidden quest. We're looking for a boy named Thomas. Nope, she's one of the quest givers. A boy named Thomas. Where could he be? Is that Geis's brother? Oh, it is! Oh, they messed up. They put his name as Thomas in the guide, not Toma. Hey, Toma. What's wrong? Don't you have a date with Charles about now? What? What's that supposed to mean? Besides, it's not today anyway. Hang on. Why do you even know about that? That's a secret. I can switch with you and do your chores if you want to go and see her. You don't need... I mean, I'm not even ready yet. Bro, when do you all get here? Well, good luck with your tasks. How heartwarming. Smart as he is, he always gets flustered when it comes to Charles. Oh, same thing. Okay. So that basically initiates the quest. And then we have to go this way. We could take some of the other quests and maybe knock out two birds with one stone. But I don't know if this is a time-sensitive quest or not. And sometimes they will be mean, and like if you even start one of the other quests, then that'll like advance the story part way in game, so you won't be able to do the hidden quest. So I don't know if that's the case with this one, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So we're just gonna knock it out first. We'll make it take a little bit longer, but I think it'll be worth it. Especially since we've already explored everything out on the southeastern part of the Highlands here. We have to go all the way back to Zender Gate. It's crazy. It feels like we're moving so slow, but we're actually moving pretty quick. When I could turbo mode it, I guess. I always forget about the turbo mode. That would probably cut so much time off of these videos if I use the turbo mode more often. But it's like, it's hard to control the mouse in the earlier games with the turbo mode activated. Next thing we need to do is talk to her. Charles, Gaius? Wow, I didn't know you were back. Hey Charles, it's been a while. How are things going with Toma? They're going fine. He even took me down to the settlement on the back of his horse not that long ago. It was really fun too. Everyone there's so kind and their lifestyle is so interesting. Haha, I'm glad to hear that. Toma was happy about having a friend his age from Arabonia too. Here's hoping the two of you continue to get along. Haha. Of course. Hey, guys. Something wrong, Charles? Oh no, it's nothing like that, but... Do you mind if I asked you something? Of course not. Go for it. Really? Well then, you wouldn't happen to know what Toma's favorite color is, would you? I can't say for sure. I think he's told me before, but I just can't remember. Sorry. Oh. Hey, you're the girl who Toma likes to visit, aren't you? Are you planning on giving him something? Dots. Nod. Hehe, thought so. What exactly did he have in mind? Well, I was actually thinking about making him a scarf. That sounds like a good idea. Ah, so that's why you wanted to know his favorite color. Could you keep this a secret from him? I want it to be a surprise, so please? Of course, don't worry. We promise we won't tell him. Though the issue of what color to make it still remains. Would asking him yourself be out of the question, guys? I'm not sure that would be wise. It's not really something we would normally talk about, so it might strike him as odd if I ask out of nowhere. Yeah, I can see him getting suspicious. That's not true for the rest of us, though. We should be able to slip it into a conversation without him catching on. He'll never suspect anything like that. Yeah, that should work. Let's go ask him then, shall we? Thank you so much. Quest Connecting Hearts started. And so back to the settlement we go. I actually really don't mind like running back and forth like this, but it's just the
Let's get going.
matter of makes it so that the videos are either longer or less content for each video, which is fine. But if I don't have anything to talk about in between time of traveling, you know, you guys are just sitting there watching me play a game with no commentary. That doesn't sound very fun. I think, though, we're almost halfway through the game at this point. I think. not 100% sure. Like, the chapters are kind of... Like, they're a good way to gauge how far in the game you are, but at the same time, they're not, because some of the chapters are longer than others. So, I don't know. It can be kind of weird. Looking good, Toma. Hello, everyone. Did you need something from me? Oh, no, we were just impressed by how hard you're working. You've been going at it since this morning. Aren't you tired? Not at all. I'm not quite as strong as Gaius is, but I still have a duty to set a good example for Sheeta and Lily. That's quite the respectable mindset. It must be nice to have a sibling as admirable as yours, Gaius. Huh, thanks. What can I say? I'm proud to be his bro. Hey. Huh, it's kind of embarrassing to have that said to your face, isn't it? That aside, I'm sort of curious about those outfits you and the others wear. Are they all handmade? Of course. The fibers used to make them come from our sheep here, and the dyes we use on them mainly come from plants, although we also use certain ores and soils to color them too. Each color has a specific meaning as well. White represents the earth, blue represents the sky, and then there's green, which ties it all together, representing the wind and harmony. That's fascinating. Yeah. I didn't realize there was that much meaning behind them. Can I ask which of the three colors you like the best? I think I'd have to go for green myself. The wind is kind of special to us after all. That certainly makes sense. I should have guessed as much. What's wrong? Did I say something weird? Come to think of it, I don't really give the rest of you a chance to say anything, did I? I'm sorry. No need to worry. You were just answering our questions after all. Well, if you say so. Anyway, we should probably let you get back to work. Indeed, we have our own tasks to get back to as well. Yeah, you're right. Good luck with the rest then, Toma. Thanks, be careful out there. Ah, that's the wrong way. Oh, whoops. Turbo mode, ride to the southeastern region? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, we don't have to fight any of these monsters out here because that was all done off screen last time. Well, it was done on screen, but I completely forgot to turn the microphone on, so I had to do it again, so like kind of off screen. I don't know. I love how the eagle is like part of the music, the eagle screeching. That's a very good way to like tie the music in more seamlessly to the environment. And hop off the horse. Whoa, hung up on a corner. And we go this way. And this way. And there she is. Oh, hello everyone. Did you manage to find anything out? Yeah. Seems like green's his favorite color. Really? Sorry, taking a drink. My throat is parched. I mean, geez, I can't even talk like when I'm not reading something. What the heck? Did he mention why? He said it's because green represents the wind to the people of Nord. Ah, that makes perfect sense then. The wind is as special to them as Adios herself, after all. Adios. You really care for Toma, don't you? That's not... Well, he's an important friend is all. Either way, thank you for asking him. I don't need to waste time worrying about what color to make it. Glad to be of help. I wish you luck with it. Thank you. Oh yeah, I gotta give you guys something in return for helping me out like that. Here, please take this. It's one of our more famous dishes here. Received. Special pizza. Thanks. Quest connecting hearts completed. And now with that one completed, we can return yeah. So we'll go ahead and return to the settlement. Once we get back there, we're going to, I think, do the, what was that one called? With a special lesson or whatever.
Let's get going.
We'll do that one, and then we'll pick up the sheep one, and the, finding and protecting that photographer. And then we'll head to the northern part of the highlands. We may have time to finish all of those. We may not. I think how we might do it is just finish it off to where we only have the photographer to finish. Because completing that quest should be the one that advances the storyline. So. And she's up here. All the way around the back. Right here. I've been waiting for you all. Did you have a look at my request? We did. You want us to hold a class for the children, right? What do you want us to teach them, though? Don't worry, it's nothing too difficult. I just want you to teach them a little bit about Erebonia. I see. That explains why you asked us, then. This is a good chance for them to learn about life outside the settlement. They attend Sunday school, so they're fine in regards to regular studies. Ooh, Sunday school. That's what I'll talk about. Might I ask how Sunday school is carried out here? Oh, wait, okay. A traveling priest comes by once a month to hold it. We really can't be thankful enough for all his efforts. When you think about it, the sheer amount of work the church does on such a huge scale really is amazing. Indeed, it's all thanks to the goddess's generosity. Do you have the time to help? If so, I'll call the children over. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. Yes, we're ready when they are. Thank you. Oh, I meant to say, we want this to be similar to Sunday school, so we'd like just one of you to serve as the teacher. Feel free to pick among yourselves, though keep in mind that Gaius isn't a candidate. Who's the ideal candidate for this, then? I believe each of us would have our own unique things to teach here. That's true. I think it might be best to go with Emma. Actually, I believe that you would be the best candidate for this, Rean. What? I was thinking the same thing myself, actually. Social standing's pretty important in Erebonia, and there's a broad variety of opinions about it. But you're kind of a special case, Rean. That's true. His unique position allows him to discuss things from a relatively unbiased point of view. But I think you'd be a good choice, Rean. Even taking your position out of the equation, you're almost always the center of our class anyway. Well, dots. I suppose I can't say no if everyone feels that way, can I? Alright then, I'll do it. Thanks. Well, looks like we're ready to begin. Wonderful. I'll gather the children right away. Whoops, whatever the quest was started. Is that everyone? I don't see Toma anywhere, though. Toma's part of the older group in Sunday school, so... Yeah, he's got work to do, too, so he can't come. I see. I was hoping he'd be here, too. So let's get started, then. I'm so excited. Glad to hear it. I guess I should introduce myself first. I'm Rean Schwarzer. My friends and I came here from Thor's Military Academy. Thor's Military Academy? You're from the same academy as Gaius, then. Schools for studying and stuff, right? What do you study there? Well, we get taught all kinds of things, really. There are basic subjects like history and math, and being a military academy, we also learn the art of combat. Exclamation! That's the same stuff Lakin and everyone else uses to fight monsters, isn't it? That's so cool. I see you've got a boyish side to you after all. Yeah, despite being a little scaredy cat. I am not. Hey now, there's no need for teasing. Hey, how far is that academy from here? How far? In terms of distance? You came here on what you called a train, didn't you? Could you tell us how long that trip took? Oh, that makes it a bit easier. In that case, it took us around 8 hours. If we take the transfer times out of the equation, then we were on the train for about 8 hours, I'd say. That's pretty far. Daddy told me that trains are fast, too. So it still took that long even then? It must be super far away then. It really is. Though the fact that we still made it here in a day is pretty amazing. Yeah, it'd have taken a lot longer by horse. Can I ask something too? Of course. Right. What's the biggest place in Erebonia then? That would be Heimdall, which is our capital city. Heimdall. That's a cool name. Yeah, it sounds strong. That's a unique way to judge it. How many people live there? Around 800,000? From what I remember, it's around 800,000 people. 800,000? Is that a lot? Seems like they can't comprehend a number that big just yet. And again, I can't imagine that many people in one place either. You're not the only one. Of course, you'd never actually see that many people all at once. He seems to be doing just fine. So it seems. A lot of it's common knowledge, though. Well, I'm just glad to see them learning something. He's not a bad teacher. If anyone has any further questions, please feel free to ask. Can I ask something then? Of course, what is it? How long ago was Thor's first built? Guys told me all about how it has a long history, but I've forgotten what exactly it was made. 250... Wait, no, that was the end of the War of the Lions. 220. Thor's was founded around 220 years ago, roughly 30 years after the War of the Lions ended. The founder was none other than Emperor Dracos, a legendary figure in the Empire, and even here in the Highland. Wait, were one of those options like 50 years ago or something like that? That's ridiculous. Wow, okay. Founding the Academy was one of the last things he did before he passed away. That's a long time. I didn't know that Emperor Dracos was the one who founded it. I know who he is, too. He was friends with our ancestors, wasn't he? Yeah, he won the war and became the most important person in Erebonia. Yep, that's how he became the Emperor. Hearing you all talk about him really goes to show how deep his connection with Nord was. So is there anything else you'd like to know? Me, I have a question. Well, it's almost time for us to finish up for the day. Is there anything else you'd like to know before then? I think I've asked everything. I can't think of anything else either. You two really did ask a lot. Oh, yeah! Seems like she's not all out just yet. We talked about them before, but what are nobles? Well, you see, there's been a class system in place within Erebonia for a long time now. What's a class system? Could you give me a few minutes to think? I'm not entirely sure how I should answer this. Dots. Can I ask as well, now that it's been brought up? Go ahead. I'm not sure if either of them will really understand if you try to explain normally, so could you give us your own thoughts on nobles instead? That might make things easier to understand. That makes giving an answer easier too. Wow, things escalated quickly, didn't they? Indeed. Wonder how he'll answer. Dots. This is still a bit tough. I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer, so I'll just have to answer with my heart, I guess. To me, this is one where the answer actually does not matter. You can choose whatever. I have no idea what a noble is. Bonds with one's family. Pride in one's lineage. Bonds with one's family isn't exactly correct. Like, that is part of it. Pride in one's lineage is probably the closest, but it's also not the whole picture. It's just like, it's only a little part of it. But I would say that's probably the most, when thinking of nobility, I feel like that's the most, I don't know, true out of all three of these. Because, like, a noble's lineage is, you know, what makes a noble, I guess you could say. Because if it wasn't for your lineage, you wouldn't be a noble. So yeah, let's go with that one. I think nobles are all about taking pride in one's lineage. Oh? Whether the class system is a good thing or not is something I don't feel capable of answering just yet. But I think nobles want to live up to the legacy their predecessors left for them. And by trying to do that, they better themselves as individuals. At the very least, I do think that sort of mindset can be a good thing. Of course, that isn't something exclusive to nobles. I see. I think I get what you're trying to say. I'm just rambling now, sorry. No, it's okay. I learned a lot from what you've told us. I didn't really get it, but you sounded really cool. Yeah. So that's how he feels. That was a really thoughtful response. One very like him as well. It was. I'm very impressed, to be honest. Regardless, that should be enough for today. Make sure to thank him now, everyone. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Wow, that quest took longer than I thought it would. Let me give you something to thank you for taking the time to teach the children. I believe that was a very valuable experience for all of them. I hope they got what I was trying to say. It wasn't exactly the easiest subject matter. We could tell you were really enthusiastic though, and I think the kids picked up on that too. She's right. They all seem to have been enjoying themselves. Your answer to that final question was rather impressive as well. Yeah, looks like the kids aren't the only ones who learned something new today. I got so caught up in the details that I couldn't really explain myself properly, but I'm glad you guys think I did okay. You should have some more confidence in yourself. At any rate, here's your compensation for playing the teacher role today. Received, yellow pendulum. Thank you, ma'am. Well then, I wish the best of luck with that field study of yours. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. A quest, a special lesson completed. So, slight change of plans. We're going to just pick up these quests and then head to the Northern Highlands next time. Hey there, I was waiting for you. How in the world did the fence end up like this? Your guess is as good as mine. Seems like it got broken sometime just before noon. Unfortunately, some of the sheep have managed to escape too. I doubt there's any need to worry about monsters getting them because they're surprisingly fast, but would you be able to go out and find them for me? Accept the request. Gladly. How many sheep managed to escape? 5 of them in total. Based on their hoof prints, it seems like 3 went north and 2 went south. I'd honestly like to go search for them myself, but I'd need to get this fence fixed up first. Otherwise, the rest of them will make a break for it as well. Don't worry, we'll take care of them. Shall we begin the search immediately then? That's probably the best idea, especially with how vast the highlands are. We'll need to make some preparations of our own before leaving though. I agree. Heading out there with insufficient supplies is foolhardy. Right then, let's get started once we're ready. Quest, Wandering Sheep started. So there's 2 of them in the south and 3 of them in the north. We'll go talk to the elder and see what's up with this, Norman? Norman? Is that his name? Oh, he just came out of nowhere. What the heck? Oh, wait. Oh, because the Rean was like lined up perfectly to block him out. Wow. That was weird. Welcome. I assume you've seen our request? We did. It had mentioned that the cameraman's made his way out of the settlement on his own. That's correct. He goes by the name of Norton, and is currently residing here on a vacation of sorts. I believe he said he works for a company called the Imperial Chronicle. I wasn't expecting to hear that name out here. He was quite fervent about the idea of taking photographs of something in the northern region of the Highlands. I planned on having you all escort him there in the afternoon, but apparently he was unable to wait until then, and he took off by horse on his own. Really? How childish. I assume he simply couldn't control his passion as a photographer. He must be really taken by whatever it is. There are many ruins from the ancient Neolithic civilization in the northern region of the Highlands. It's likely that he went to visit the statue of the Guardian there. Guardian? What exactly is a statue? It's one of the most symbolic of ancient relics here in Nord. Legend has it that the Guardian it represents sealed away an evil djinn within the ancient quarry to the north. Wow, that's quite the grandiose legend. At any rate, we should catch up with him as soon as possible. Monsters aren't the only reasons the northern region can be dangerous. It's not an area those not from Nord should be traveling across alone. Could you please find him for us and keep him safe? Understood. Leave it to us. Let's make our way there immediately then. Indeed. We'll need to leave the settlement through the northern entrance. I leave this in your hands then. Take care now. Alright. And I think right there is where we're going to end. Next time we will head south, pick up the couple of sheep over there, and then we will make our way back to the north and knock out those 2 quests. which should be kind of fun. All right, until next time, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye for now.